Welcome to the Butcher's Apprentice strategy guide channel for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Today we're covering fleet synergy for early mid-game players. Before we get to the what, here's the why. Fleet rewards are among the best in the game. This is where you get your much needed Zetas. But it's not as simple as pictured here my top ships. It's not the best way. The way is synergy. And there's been 2 new ships introduced in the game that has given players more opportunity to find synergy. The Imperial TIE Bomber for Empire and the Y-Wing for Rebels. And we'll go over each of those and what makes them special. For the Imperial TIE Bomber, it gains 20% max protection for each Empire. And its health is astonishing at 108,000+. This is a tanky tank. This is a look at the lineup under Thrawn. It can be run under Thrawn, but it ultimately works best under Tarkin. Since the Vader rework, Vader's ship is now elite. It's one of the best in the game, as I'm about to show you now. The Vader's ship was always a good damage doer, but the addition of the TIE Bomber has taken it to the next level. And we'll see in this video clip of the Empire Fleet Plus HT versus the 5C normal node. So again, solid ship competition. You see Vader's damage now clearly at the top of the ship heap. And honestly, what makes this entire lineup work, and there's the first big one from Vader. Essentially, it's 80,000 is kind of the low entry point to the big damage that you'll see in this video. Vader's ship really has become premier in terms of a damage dealer, and it gives this Empire fleet viability it did not have before. You can take on opponents you couldn't take on with an Empire fleet before, and adding HT to it with this double tank of the new TIE Bomber makes it very difficult on your opponents. This is a version of the lineup I run in Grand Arena and also Fleet sometimes. And here we go with a big Vader shot. Wow. 111,000 and gone. And then TIE Bomber inflicts its burning, which sets up the opponent's ships for even more big, shocking Vader damage. And that's how this fleet runs. The tanks put the block up, and essentially Vader's ship just chops them down, and there's 122,000 from the Vader ship. I mean, it's, wow, just carved it up. Absolute new viability, based on the new ships. Now, here's my Galactic Republic. It can run under Thrawn. I'm not going to put a clip of this. This has been pretty standard for a while, so I'm not going to talk about it in terms of new synergy. I'm leveling up my Geos now, so my Separatists fleet is on the way. It's not quite ready to do videos on, but this will be added very soon. But the other major addition to the game in recent months has been the Y-Wing. And this brought very much new viability to the Rebels. And this is why. Rebel allies recover 20% protection whenever a Rebel ally critically hits an enemy. So this entire fleet constantly regenerates protection throughout the battle, which helps them, stay in it and deliver some critical hits. So here's a look at one of the versions of the starting lineup. Han's Millennium Falcon, Y-Wing, and Ghost. You can put in Biggs there. Biggs isn't a great ship, but it functions okay next to Y-Wing. But we're going to get into a test here, and you're going to see how much extra viability Y-Wing has brought. Now I'm taking, this is on Fleet Arena, and I'm taking on a squad of similar GP. And what we'll see is that the old style of Houndstooth being a block and holding the fort can't work against Y-Wing. Y-Wing stripped its protection, and in a matter of a couple of shots, boom, HT is out of there. Just like that, the entire way our opponent has set up his defense is gone, and essentially the battle is over. Y-Wing unlocks HT and gives Rebels a way to really be what has turned into my offensive fleet in Grand Arena. And they pass so easily, as we're seeing in this video, just carving the opponent up. I haven't, never mind, lost a ship. I haven't even taken any damage. And here it is. Boom. It's over. I didn't lose a ship. I didn't even need a reinforcement. That is the power of synergy. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be giving advice to early mid-game players, something that is really hard to find in this Star Wars galaxy of hero communities. Thanks for stopping by.